Okay, we are live. We're about 10 minutes before the show is actually supposed to go on. So I'm so glad some of you have joined me already and have been waiting to join me. We are in the green room now, waiting for the show to start. But I wanted to get on a little bit earlier to discuss what I was just going through to do this live show. So I've been a broadcaster 30 years. And if anybody can do live, I can do live. Now, this is all the way live. And what's great about live is that you can just upload it and you don't have to edit it and it's all good. But you have to really prepare for live. I wouldn't normally do live if I was doing video. And not all of you have to do live. One of the good things about doing live is a lot of people want to come see it. People will come to see you. It takes time to build up the audience, but they will come to see you. And if you are watching, why don't you just say hi? Anyways, we are in the green room. We're supposed to start in 7 minutes, but I wanted to discuss with you and be transparent with you with what I was going through to go live. Like my hair is not exactly the way I wanted it to be. Even though I love my frizz, I like it when it's all out, not in a thing. So I have no time. I didn't have time to finish doing my hair. So make sure you leave yourself enough time to go live or to tape your video. One of the things I went through, especially with this new YouTube channel and everything right now is going through is I was trying to make everything perfect. And in the end, it's like, you don't have to. And I decided I want to go on 10 minutes earlier. And I stopped doing my hair, my makeup, and everything. And I decided this was good enough. And at some point in your career, on air and off air, you have to go, that's good enough. So what I do with my clients is I say 80-20. 80-20 is the deal. So let me introduce myself. I am IDALIS de Leon. I'm a top broadcast coach in Los Angeles. I teach people across the country and the world. We do a lot of Skype sessions, and I'm mostly doing Skype sessions now. You can see me in person. There is a price for that. But I work with the entertainment news anchors and reporters on E! News, Entertainment Tonight, QVC, and lots of lifestyle channel, news channels, and political channels and digital channels as well. So I'm so glad that you joined us. And I wanted to share that whole little kind of green room thing with you now, that no one's perfect and your channel's never going to be perfect. And when you're ready to go on air, it's never perfect. And that's what's good about live, that there are flaws, there are mistakes. If you watch Katie Couric or any major news broadcaster that's live, they make a lot of mistakes, but they just know how to hide them. So practice makes perfect. The more you practice reading aloud, the more you work on being a broadcast journalist, the better you'll become. Now, yesterday we had the show about, well, I shouldn't start because it's 5 minutes to, and people may not be here yet. So I want to just talk about real quick a recap of what we did yesterday. What we did yesterday was start to talk about creating a vision. So as you see here, creating a vision. And I showed a case study of somebody who wasn't sure why she was procrastinating, why her career was stagnant and it wasn't going. It went far enough. She had an awesome website. She had a great reel. She had a lot of great things going for her. She had an actually published book. I mean, she's an advanced broadcaster in a way, an advanced talent. But she really wanted to get an on-air job, an on-air contract, and really make that switch, that career change to being an on-air talent, on-air broadcaster. And if those are your dreams, I'm your girl. And this is your channel. You can make that happen. But I think there's a couple of things going on with what was going on with her. If your career is stagnant, if you feel like you're not going anywhere with your career, it's stagnant, then I would say there are a couple of things going on. One, there might be some information, a piece of information that you don't have. For her, that was true. When I looked at her career and I analyzed her career as an entertainment, like she wants to be an entertainment reporter, I realized entertainment reporting was really not in the cards for her. There were several factors that made that an issue. Where she was living at the time, she was just living outside of Atlanta. Now, Atlanta's a good major city. So if you don't live outside of a major city, Atlanta, New York, San Francisco, Texas, I'm sorry, Dallas, Chicago, Miami, you know, there are limited choices for you, but that doesn't mean that you can't start your career right where you're at. At this point, and listen, I'm going to digress. At this point, it doesn't even really matter where you are because we have this YouTube Live. Now, I'm going to talk about that at the end of the show. Let me just stay on track with this case study that I did yesterday. So it's about being stagnant and, procrastination in your career. You want to make sure that you have a clear vision. And so I talked about what was going on in her career and why she needed a clear vision. I didn't reveal how we got to the clear vision. Now, that is something people want to know. And I would say you're going to ask yourself a few questions. Okay. So we're going to get into the content in 3 minutes now because I want people to come at 7. I don't want to start the real content until 7. But I wanted to come here and talk to you guys and let you know that we did this show yesterday and it was about getting a vision, a clear vision. I know you've heard that before, but then nobody tells you how to get that clear vision, specifically in TV hosting. And I'm going to let you know exactly how to get that visionary career, that vision for yourself, clear yourself up and create a vision for your TV hosting career. A lot of people don't do that. And they're like, I want to be a host. And then like, what do I do? Where do I go? And then they wait for somebody to do something for them. That's not going to make it work. So the first thing I would say is think about training on your own. I would say read aloud. I have a thing called the Verbal Mastery System, the IDALIS Media Verbal Mastery System. And you get it with the media intro. If you go and buy the media intro, you can go into themediagig.com/media intro. I think it's Media Pro Intro or Media Pro Intro. It's also on the bottom of this YouTube channel. You can go to one of those links and get signed to my newsletter and also subscribe, guys. I got to say that subscribe. Um, and you can go and sign up for that. The verbal mastery system is included in both courses, but basically it's reading aloud. So if you can read aloud and start to train yourself to be an on-camera person, you won't trip up, you won't feel nervous going on live TV like now. And listen, I get nervous too. Like just right now, I was like, doing my makeup and everything, and I still got nervous to come on here. So I just wanted to be translucent. I'd be a ghost if I was translucent. Um, I wanted to be transparent and let you know that I get nervous too once in a while. But I tell you what the difference between my getting nervous and your getting nervous. My getting nervous is controllable. I control it as like an energy because I understand the energy running through my body, and me getting nervous is me getting ready to face you and to do this great show. Okay, so we're 1 minute away from 7 o'clock. And I will be starting to give the content then. But I want to let you know that we all get nervous. I was doing my makeup. I finished. I stopped. And at some point, 80-20 is good enough. Don't do 100%. You've got to do 80-20. I did the makeup. It could be better, the makeup. And my frizzy hair could be better, although I love my frizzy hair when it's all out. Right now, it's not really, I didn't intend it to be frizzy hair. So not everything's going to be perfect, especially if you're going to do live. Let it go. Who cares what you look like sometimes? Sometimes you can't care. You really got to care more about the content and more that you're connecting with people. And if you do care about how you look like, you need to give yourself more time to get ready. So it's 7 o'clock. Welcome everybody to TV Host Live at 5, even though it's 7, because I just started to do the show. So I'm creating a series now. It's called, and a class, it's called Just Hit Record. And it's how you can launch your online podcast or YouTube channel. It's called Just Hit Record. It's going to be 6 sessions with 2 bonus sessions. If you sign up in full, it's going to be $12.95, and then the other price is going to be, I think it's 3 payments. I'm sorry, it's 2 payments to $750. So you're gonna email me if you want to take that course. We didn't do a landing page. Check out those landing pages. Sign up to my newsletter. We'll have some information on it about that. Next Friday is the last time you can sign up. So I would definitely look up for that. This is a temporary course I'm doing. It's a new one. It's called Just Hit Record, and it's going to show you how to do this kind of YouTube channel. We're not here for that right now. We are here to learn how to create a vision for your TV host career. But just wanted to get that out there because, honey, girlfriend got to pay the bills. We got to keep the lights on in here. No shame in my game. And there shouldn't be in yours either. go out there. There's no better time than to create an audience, to create your vision, to create your digital channel than now. Do you understand you have the power that CBS has? Do you understand that we have the power to build our own audience and produce our own shows? Then it could get picked up. Sinclair Broadcasting can buy you. There's a lot of things going on. I will talk about Sinclair Broadcasting tomorrow when we're going to go over the next step after creating your vision. Now, remember, if you didn't see the show yesterday, you need to go back, sign for my newsletter, and get the show from yesterday. And that's the only way you can get it. So sign up below here, below the YouTube channel. Go on that link and sign up. And if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe like right now. Okay. So we're going to go over how you get to the vision. Nobody ever tells you how you get to the vision. I hate that when people don't tell you how to get to the vision. Like, oh, you need a vision. Like, what the hell does that mean? When I think of a vision for myself, I think of 5 visions. Some people can't think of anything. So whether you're a person that can't think of anything, or whether you're a person who thinks of too many things, which is just as bad as not thinking of anything, then I'm going to help you today. So yesterday we went over uh, a case study of a girl who wanted to be a broadcaster. She wanted to be a TV host, but she didn't know how to get there. She got stuck on how. So we really discovered that she wasn't clear on her vision. And the one thing that she had in her mind is that she couldn't really be a good stay-at-home mom, not stay-at-home mom because she's not a stay-at-home mom, but be a good mom and also have a TV host career. And I was like, but consciously she was saying, oh yeah, I could do that. But then she wasn't showing it in her actions. She really was stuck. She was stuck. And she was like, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? I was like, because you think you can't have both. And she's like, oh, she didn't realize that. So that was a blind spot. So try to troubleshoot and see where your blind spots are. And then you're going to ask yourself a couple of questions to come up with a vision. So I said to her, you can come up with a vision. How do I come up with a vision? That's what we're going to go over today. So, her vision wasn't clear, so it wasn't making her excited enough. And then she wasn't doing really great stuff with her day job. She was a relationship coach, so she wasn't really getting inspired by that. She was getting sad and depressed to the point where it's like paralyzation. You get just paralyzed and you just want to hide in bed. So get out of bed, because guess what? The market is not saturated enough. You can use broadcast platforms like this, like YouTube Live, to create your audience and to start create a TV host career. It is not saturated, and I'm telling you, it just started. YouTube just worked out all these kinks for YouTube Live. Before it was, Google Hangouts, and it wasn't really working great, but it just started working great. So now you don't have to do Facebook Live. You can do this, or you can link them together. There's just so many. There's Instagram Live. There's so many opportunities where you can build an audience, your own audience, and you can build a global audience. And you know what? It takes a team to put on a live show. So you can slowly build up your team. You can start with yourself, then get somebody interested, and they can do it with you. I do suggest, if you're doing this for the first time, I would definitely suggest getting somebody else to do it with you. But let's go back to having a TV host career and creating a vision for it. So if you're a local newscaster, this is great for you. Creating a vision for yourself when you're staying in a local station and you don't want to stay in a local station and you want a national station like Today's Show or some national show like Bravo TV. And even if you want to be in a reality show, things like that will help your career be more famous. You want to not be famous, but just be more on camera, and on air talent career. We talked yesterday about how this girl didn't have a vision, and I'm going to show you how to create your vision for a TV host career. First, you need to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one, you should write this down. The first question is, if anything were possible, what would I want different in my present career? And if anything were possible, what would I want in a TV host career? And we're going to talk about the jobs that are available and the categories that are available, but think about that for now. And now when I think about that, this is going to be helping people that don't have any idea what they want to do. But when I think about that, I have 5 different things that I want to do. So here's what you need to do is go, if anything were possible, which one would I really want the most? Which one do I today, because it may change. And this is what happens. You start to eliminate the other ones once you go forward. Okay, so it may change. So that's number one. That's the first question. I hope you wrote that down. The second question you want to ask yourself is, what brands or kind of boss and coworkers do I want to work with, and that I want to be around? What brand are you gravitated towards? I love beauty and fashion. I grew up in New York. I love entertainment news. I love politics. So if you love a couple of categories, just go. If you only could choose one, and you could do one tomorrow and get paid seven figures, eight figures, which one would that be? If money was no object and you were going to get paid the most, which one would you pick? And think about not only which one is more like high profile, but which one do you think that you would enjoy, the coworkers, the culture, the climate, the type of style that it's in? I work with a lot of beauty and fashion people. I made that on purpose because I love those people. There are people who teach media training for hospitals and um, corporate. I don't do that because those are not my people. That's not where my genius is. I love being around creatives. I love being around entertainment people. I love being around, creative people that excel, like sports athletes and intellectuals and politicians. I love all those type of people. That's the media training I do. So think about the people that you would like to be around. Also, think about next question you're going to ask yourself. I hope you're writing these down. What city I would want to live in? That a lot of TV hosts don't ask themselves that. And sometimes your job brings you to places you never, if you're not an explorer, then you probably may not want to go into the news broadcast business. Oh my God, my vision is all crooked. All right. So think about that. What area of the world do I want to live in? Do I want to live in the East Coast? Do I want to live in the West Coast? Where do I want to live? Because that affects the type of hosting job you'll get. If you're going to go for QVC, it's in Philadelphia. And you have to move to the suburbs of Philadelphia, which I heard is really nice. I have two broadcasters there on there, and they love it. I mean, it's beautiful. And Philadelphia is also a city, but they live in the suburbs, so they get the best of both worlds. So you got to think about what you want. HSN is in Florida, so it's hot, it's humid. So you got to think, if you work for HSN, you're going to be in the humid climate. There's Atlanta, which has a lot of great jobs too. CNN is there. But again, Atlanta's East Coast and it is humid. I live in the West Coast and the weather's perfect every single day. So, and LA has a lot of great broadcasting jobs. I would say New York has the most. I would say Chicago has a lot of great jobs, and Miami has fun jobs, great place for models as well. And Chicago, Dallas, and San Francisco, San Diego. There are a lot of great places you can start, really. There are a lot of places in the Midwest too. I'll go over that probably next week. But this week, I want to just keep it short. So ask yourself where you want to live. That's also important. All right. What city I'd like to live in? Also, what money I want to make. And a lot of you have asked yourself about creating a vision. What money do you want to make? Have your goal and what's feasible for you, that you think is feasible for you. A lot of broadcasters, you got to wake up the first job that you start. And one of my broadcasters, she just got a job in Seattle. I didn't want her to take it, between me and you. Well, between us, I didn't want her to take it. It was $24,000, and that's what a lot of like starter in news jobs take. They're about 24. But you're going in there to learn and to cut your teeth. But you do have to have actually a lot of experience to do those. But it's good news for those of you who are not experienced in news and want to be experienced. Know that news needs you. They don't have the money to attract the bigger talents. So don't be afraid to apply to news jobs, because they do need you. They need you, and they'll take you. They'll say you need a degree, you need this, you need that, but something that will equal a degree is experience. So don't be afraid to apply for those jobs. And I'm going to talk about how to apply for those jobs, what jobs are available in which broadcast areas tomorrow, which I think we're going on live at 5, but don't quote me on that. It might be 6, might be 7. So as I'm creating my YouTube channel, understand that you just go by the seat of your pants. You create policy, you create it as you go. The answers will come. Don't worry about that. Now, creating the vision. Let's go back to creating the vision. First, I want to go over the jobs and the categories of jobs that are available in TV hosting. So, first of all, there's QVC, there's Home Shopping Network jobs, QVC and HSN. There's news, broadcast news, and there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of jobs in news available. People are like, oh, I don't want to be in news. I just want to be a TV host. I'm like, you know what? If you cut your teeth in news and go into any local station and do a year, you're going to be able to get like probably almost any job you want. Obviously, it depends on what city you're in and what news, but honestly, anything, any great experience in a news channel, they need your help anyways. Um, would be a great experience and great resume. And entertainment news producers really respect people that come from news. It's a really respectful calling card. It's much better than having 5 freelance jobs at some lifestyle channels. We really admire producers and honor talents that come from local news. If I had to choose of hiring a broadcaster from a local news station from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and hiring a girl that was on, um, Clever News or something like that, I would probably hire the Tulsa, Oklahoma news. There's a lot of other things that fall into place. So obviously your look is 60% of it. Sorry, it's a glamorous business. But also your writing skills. Writing skills are really important, and your real. So also there is political. There's political and TV host jobs. There are news, tons of jobs there. Um, these get tighter and tighter, but there's a big explosion in political because you know who is keeping us very busy with political news. I mean, it's exhausting the amount of news that's coming out right now. So they do need you. They need you. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of jobs, guys. Music. You can do the category of music. Not as many jobs in this area, but this is opening up in digital. So a lot of digital jobs are opening up with music. Great place to intern. Sports. There's sports jobs, and there's the lustrous, beautiful entertainment news, which is what I specialize in. And I do news and I do all of these. God, I place people on all these. But I'm known for my entertainment news and TV host lifestyle. So that covers all the lifestyle, Bravo channels, and all that. So here we are, 6 areas of news. Think about what area you really want to focus on and just focus on that. Create your everything all about that and picture yourself doing that job. QVC and HSN hire all the time, but you should be really ready. They say you don't need experience, but you really do need experience. They say that, but they end up hiring radio broadcasters and people who are reporter experience or live event experience. I placed somebody that had live event experience on QVC. So think about what area and category that you want, and then picture yourself there. Think about that and picture yourself there and make it exciting. There are, you could get a job on VH1 being a reality show, depending on your experience. Obviously, there's certain things that entail that, but start thinking about in your vision, what lights you up? Because you're not putting in your vision something that lights you up because you don't believe that it can happen. So create a job that you actually believe can happen. And then you're gonna slowly see how. Don't focus on how, because that's going to stop you dead in your tracks. So here are the areas that you have to think about. So let's say you pick one of these areas. So you have it down. You've asked yourself all these questions. Right about now, your vision is starting to clear up. And here's what I want to say. I think I need to move this down. Hold on, guys. I just need to see what I'm doing here. Let me lower this down to here. I have 3 more. I don't know if you see them, but these 3 right here. These are the 3 things. Maybe I should move these up. So here are the jobs. Let me take these off. You got it. QVC, news, jobs, political, sports, music, entertainment, news, and lifestyle. So I'm going to move these up. So once you have all those questions, you've asked yourself those questions that I asked you before, your vision should be clearing up. Then I said, choose one of these categories. Your vision should be clearing up. Now, you're asking right about now, oh, I got this great vision. I'm excited, but how am I going to get there? That's what a lot of people get stuck on. How? They live in the how. Do me a favor. Don't ask yourself how. Just do it. Just press record. No, it's just hit record. Just do it like Nike says. So here's the three areas that's going to help you figure out how. The only way in broadcasting you can get there to a TV host job, there's only three ways right now. Okay. So we're going to go over three ways that you can get there. Do I have anybody? Is anybody chatting right now? Can somebody give me a chat? I know there's people on here somewhere. Just even give me a thumbs up. Okay. So guys, so here we go. So there's only three ways you can get there. You can get there with an on-air job. That means you can submit yourself to jobs. There are several websites that are out there for broadcasters. I'm going to go over some of them tomorrow. And you need to just start submitting yourself. If you are a local news station broadcaster and you haven't had an agent in a while because maybe your agent got you that job and then you ended up having a falling out or whatever, and you have an agent anymore, the first step is obviously to get an agent. And the second step would be to be your own agent, to submit yourself. And all for you beginner broadcasters, you have to submit yourself. So there's a lot of websites. Go out, Google it, TV host jobs, and start submitting yourself. Obviously, there's more to that than meets the eye. Oh my God, this is live TV. Anything can happen in live TV. Guys, so listen. So one of the first things with doing your hosting and your live broadcast on YouTube or wherever you want to do it, anything can go wrong, and you've got to be willing to embarrass yourself. Don't worry about it. I get embarrassed all the time. Look, I'm from Brooklyn. Of course I get embarrassed. Okay. No, Brooklyn's great. All right. So these are the three ways that you can get a TV host job. You can submit to get an on-air job and try to get a contract, which is what we all try to do. You can freelance from job to job and keep submitting yourself. You can create your own job, that's what I'm going to talk about. Even if you're not creating your own job, this is the best way to just create content, become a producer, be well established. Don't wait till you get invited. Do it now. Do you know that this YouTube live channel just got fixed? I tried to work with this and do a live channel. That's why I haven't done one, because they haven't perfected one. I had to use this other software before. They used to have Google Hangouts, but it wasn't reliable. YouTube Live is reliable. And when you're doing live, things can go wrong. So even if you don't have a webcam or don't have a camera, if you don't have a camera, you can use your webcam and use this live stuff. And it's awesome because live brings people to you. Now, I wouldn't say do live if you don't have any experience. I would say do video, because there's no reason for you to do live. The only reason to do live is if you're really hot set ready, you have some on-camera experience, you know how to produce and write a show, and you started to do that. We Just Hit Record has the premise of just do it. Yeah, you can just do it. What's great about this with YouTube Live, you can hit record and be live, but you can set it to private or unlisted. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody knows it's live. You know how hard it is to get people on here. Oh, hey, Vincenzo. Vincenzo said hello. He's my assistant, though. Vincenzo. I didn't even invite Vincenzo on. So we're still working on this. I'm going to be adding Vincenzo probably on Monday. Monday, we're going to be live at 5 on Monday. So make sure you join us. So 3 ways, again, to get on. Again, we're live. Don't embarrass yourself. Got to be willing to embarrass yourself. Okay. So we are live, and the 3 ways to get on is to submit yourself for on-air jobs, to do it yourself with a YouTube channel or a podcast, and to not ask yourself how, just get it done. I just told you can make it private and record them and watch them back, and you don't need to put it out. When you're live, nobody knows you're live. But if you leave it public, people stumble upon you on YouTube sometimes. So who cares? They don't even know what you're talking about. It'd be a random person. But you can set it to unlisted or private. There's no better time, guys, to do it now. Like Gary Vaynerchuk says, there is no better time than to create and become a host on some live platform. Now, you can take classes with me. We have great courses. We got beginner courses. We got, this new course we're doing, Just Hit Record. Please email me or Vincenzo. Sign up for the newsletter. Just contact us, or you can even call us for that. we're going to finish selling that by next Friday. So make sure you get in now. We can get bonus sessions, I think, Vincenzo, right? Vincenzo, they can put bonus sessions, right? Okay. So you can get in by doing your own YouTube channel. And then the only third way to get on the air and to create a TV host job is to be an expert and stay within your expert lane. Like if you're a relationship coach, or if you're a doctor or an athlete, stay within your lane, become so amazing that they want to give you a show. But you still have to train to be a broadcaster because it's really hard to carry a show. Oh my God, I told you guys it's live. So it's really hard to carry a show like what I'm doing right now. It's not easy. I have, 20 years of experience and I teach it. That's why I can do this. And I'm not afraid to be embarrassed like I am now because I'm going to pick up this. Here we go. But I'm a pro. I can do it in my sleep. And I love being on camera. I'm more comfortable now than I am at dinner with people I don't know. Seriously. I'm so comfortable on camera. It's where I live. And after a while you become comfortable with it too. So these are the three ways you can become a host. Again, you have to submit yourself for on-air jobs. You can get an agent doing that, or you can just submit yourself. In the beginning, to get an agent to get freelance job, you'll have to submit yourself. There's plenty of websites and there's plenty of jobs, and they need you now. And a lot of people are just taking anybody who just has the passion. So just go for it. Apply to everything. YouTube channel, start it. Podcast, start it. Good thing about podcasts is that you're not on camera, so you don't have to deal with all this stuff. Like I even had to put this together. It took me like an hour and change. Now that it's set, it'll take less time on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, my show is going to be like butter, and I won't be rambling so much. So here we go. So here are the three ways to get on. So now your vision should be starting to be clearer. Now, are you starting to get excited about your vision? Because if you're not excited, then it's not the right vision. So you need to find another element like, well, maybe I need to do this. And maybe if I do this, that will get me there. And that will get you excited. For now, for YouTube Live, when I realized YouTube Live was at its best it could be, I said, I've got to do it now or never. I'm a cobbler that makes shoes without any shoes on my feet. And I said, I really have to put my money where my mouth is. And there are a lot of people who are less experienced than me teaching people how to speak, do TED Talks, be news broadcasters and be on camera. When I have been a news broadcaster for 30 years, been on camera, I have a TV host and acting career for 30 years, been a writer, producer, and I'm not coaching some of these great high profile people, but I have a lot of clients. I can always use more. And that's why I'm here. You can never, listen, you're going to embarrass yourself. Don't think you're not. You did something you wear, your frizzy hair is going to be sticking out. It's never going to be perfect, right? It's never perfect. It's never perfect time to have a baby, right? I love the people who are like, I don't want to have a baby right now. I'm like, you can't plan that. You just have to just love your partner and it'll just happen. So you just have to love yourself and it will happen. You have to love yourself, know your assets, and know and have faith that it'll happen. Doubt cancels faith. Ooh, my board is falling apart. Ooh, the on-air jobs came down. Doubt cancels faith, and you won't get an on-air job. So go online now. Look up the type of job that you would like to see, and you would be so surprised. It comes up on Google. You would be so surprised. If you want a better organized manner on how to do that, you'll join us on a media intro, pro media intro. The links are below. I'd like to see you tomorrow at 5. Vincenzo, we're going to try to do this tomorrow at 5, right? Like I said, when you're first doing this channel, you don't have to do it perfect. You just have to do it. Just hit record. Just hit record and believe in yourself because faith cancels out doubt. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me. God, was that 30 minutes? That's a really long show. Okay, bye guys.